It's all about the numbers as we reach the quarter-final stages of the UEFA competitions. 24 teams remain. One Scottish club is left and zero chance that Rangers get a win at Ibrox. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's time to do the European preview show. Rangers have picked up some good wins this season in Europe, but how can they possibly beat Athletic Bilbao when they've lost 5 games in a row at Ibrox?
Well, I'll tell you how, because it can't go to 6, can it? It can.
But I never thought it was going to go to 4. Then I never thought it was going to go to 5. Well, kind of did actually. Fancy tips. Point is, you would never imagine that Rangers could have lost 5 games at Ibrox in a row.
It has to stop at some point, and I think it's going to stop
but I mean,
Thursday, whenever this
I wouldn't be betting big money on it.
No, neither would I, but I honestly think there's more chance Rangers beat Bilbao than anyone they'll take on in the league at Ibrox. As weird as that sounds, the players just can't be arsed domestically. But we'll get into it.
Let's talk about players that couldn't be arsed. Real Madrid, what happened to their players tonight? Lost 3-0, or last night even, so we're a day behind. Arsenal were evens with the bookmakers. I thought over 2 legs, Arsenal could maybe go through if they were, at their best and took their chances. But for me, Madrid were definitely the favourites in this tie. I was surprised that Arsenal were evens going into this game, and I mean, Arsenal proved why. I mean, 3-0, dominant display, dominant win. Could have been more. I mean, I don't think 3-0 really flattered Arsenal, and I think they were deserving of their 3. I don't even know if Real Madrid deserved to get a goal. They were really poor.
They were, and you know what? Don't want to say they're through, but I think Arsenal are through. Honestly, if this was like Arsenal a decade ago, I'd say, nah, too shaky at the back. Arsenal's strong point is its defence these days. Its actual weakness is up front. They've already scored 3 goals. And Real Madrid need to score 3 without Arsenal scoring 1. Based on tonight, or last night, don't really see that happening. So I think Arsenal have got a massive step towards that semi.
I think Real Madrid are lucky to even be in the quarterfinals. I predict Atletico to beat Real Madrid. My prediction was an Atletico Inter Milan final.
Yep.
And I think Inter Milan could be in the final, to be honest, because they made it one step closer tonight with a win over Bayern Munich, or last night. Keep getting the dates wrong, but Real Madrid, very fortunate. I think that penalty shootout, I'm not sure I've ever seen that, where a guy double taps it and scores and then doesn't get the option to retake it. That's a first for me.
I don't know what the rules are. I don't know if you're allowed to retake it or you're not allowed to, but either way, I think he definitely did take a double touch, but could they have figured that out that quick? I'm not convinced. It took a couple of days for me to see it, so...
Not convinced that if it was all the way about, it wouldn't have been retaken. Did Messi not take a double touch in the World Cup?
Yep. Nah, but some things are rigged, aren't they?
So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, if he double touched it, then let him retake it. But I think just to rule that goal off. Anyway, we're not here to talk, but I mean, even the fans in the state, it was weird. That was weird.
It was. Anyway, Arsenal won 3-0, but we'll talk about it a wee bit more in the review show, right? PSG against Villa. Paris, I think Villa, if they want to go through, they need to keep it alive. To quote a Michael Owen, a Will Buxton kind of obvious quote there. The reality is, they could get scudded here. PSG have beat better teams so far this season than Villa. And I think Villa's been a wee bit... They've not been great this season, but I still think they could beat PSG, but I'll go 2-1 PSG.
Likelihood is, we could be looking at a fresh team in the final. Don't recall PSG making any finals.
During COVID. Got beat by Bayern.
Well, that's the forgettable one.
Nah, COVID was pretty good, actually.
Maybe for your club.
Maybe not for teams over Zoom, but for teams that actually did it in the stadium.
Arsenal been, almost 20 years since they made the final.
19 years.
And Aston Villa, the same. So,
hold on, same, but fucking 40.
Well, you get my point. Right, more than 20, but look, there's a chance here. There's a chance. PSG have never won this. Could they?
Good chance we see a first-time winner of the Champions League.
Yeah, because I would probably imagine it will be a PSG Arsenal semi.
Yeah.
And I think that could go either way. So should be a fresh face in there somewhere.
So what are you going?
I'm going to go PSG 2-1.
That's what I went. Right, into the other games. So Barca Dortmund, I just don't really look past Barca. I'll go 4-2 Barcelona.
4-2 Barcelona. I like Dortmund. I thought they kind of struggled past Lille. Not that Lille are bad, but just haven't really seen enough for Dortmund. I've got Dortmund in the sweepstakes, so hopefully they can, I don't know, sweep me some money.
They just lack what they had a couple of years ago.
Yeah, although to be fair, they should have beat Real Madrid in that final.
No, they should have. When was that? Last year?
I think it was last year. Far superior team.
So yeah, they lost. And tell you what, I think the final could be Barca Arsenal for 2006 rerun. I'll go. I've already went 4-2.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Barca.
Right, Bayern 1, Inter 2. Don't really want to talk too much about it. I haven't seen much yet, but I would say it's a pretty big step for Inter into the next round.
I would have probably went. I think I'd have probably went for a draw, but Inter getting the 2-1 win, and I mean, I don't know. I was half expecting Leverkusen to beat Bayern in the last 16.
They won 5-0.
And then, I don't know, just a bad result here for Bayern losing 2-1 to Inter. So, we'll have to wait and see.
Inter are a dark horse. They could easily win this. Right, into Europa League. Right, Tottenham Frankfurt. Big Scottish football podcast. I don't know if you were listening. Ewan Cameron was adamant that Tottenham or Man United's going to win this. And I do not have a fucking Scooby why.
I can only imagine it's English Premier League bias.
But from a guy that doesn't tend to show a lot of that.
And maybe he thinks that those two teams are far superior to everyone else, but fucking newsflash, both of them are in the bottom 10 and well in the bottom 10.
No, I'll be honest.
Now, I do think, unlike Man United, I do believe Tottenham are good on their day. Yeah. And I think Tottenham are in a false position in the league. I think Tottenham should be a lot higher, whereas I do actually think Man United are shite. But this is a tough game.
See at the 8 teams in the Europa League, right, I'll be honest. Rangers and Bodo Glimt, they're probably making up 7th and 8th. I'd say United and Tottenham are 5th and 6th. In terms of chances of winning it. That's how far I'd put Tottenham down.
I don't know. I'd say Tottenham are set. But I can make a case for Tottenham being favourites to win this, but I can't make a case for United.
No, I get that with Tottenham, but I think they're too hot and cold. The only win recently they've got is against Southampton, and bloody East Stirling could beat Southampton.
True, but second season trophies, Big Ange said. All right, mate. I was passionate.
That's who we are, mate.
Anyway,
KFC, mate.
Behind the KFC.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, mate.
Anyway,
is it going to be Kentucky Fried fucking Frankfurt, or is it going to be a Spurs Spud shite?
I'm going 2-1 Spurs. I feel like I'm saying 2-1 pretty much every game here, but
I don't really like going for Frankfurt after what happened, but I'm going to go 2-1 Frankfurt.
2-1 Frankfurt, right? Okay, let's move on. Bodo Glimt versus Lazio. I'm going to go 2-2.
Fair enough. I'm going to go 1-0 Bodo Glimt. They're a good team, and Lazio really struggled against Victoria Pleasant, so I think Bodo Glimt are a few steps up from them, right into the other ones. Right, I'm looking forward to this game. Rangers Bilbao. Rangers do depress me. Will it be 6 defeats in a row at Ibrox?
I can't see it, man. I actually do see a result tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Barry Ferguson says never a Rangers team. So
just not on Thursdays, though. They're a Rangers team on Thursday.
Will we see a Rangers team in this game? I'm going to predict. Wait, you're unbeaten, aren't you, at Ibrox?
No.
Oh, you went to that Motherwell game, didn't you? Oof. You started the downfall of this club.
I think it started way before me, but
I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a wee draw in the coefficient cup. That's about as good as it's going to get.
Tell you what, in terms of the Fog football days, like, I mean, but 2-1 Motherwell, a lot of the games I've been to have been fucking pish, I'll be honest.
Will this be a pish one, or?
What's my European record? Beat Betis. The draw against Aris Limassol was fucking bogging, actually. I tell you what.
I'm unbeaten in Europe.
That's good, but what I would say is the biggest problem here, I'm not saying I wouldn't take a draw, because it keeps it very much alive, but that would be 6 games in a row at Ibrox without winning. Even if it's a draw. You know what I mean?
Even though Rangers have picked up some decent away wins so far and they beat Fenerbahce, do you think Rangers need to win? The Rangers need a result here, even if it's a draw.
I think there's a difference when you go...
Rangers come back for a narrow loss?
I think there's a difference when the first leg's away and you can park the bus because it's at 0-0. if Rangers are getting beat 2-1 going to Spain and they just park the bus, is that going to work? I don't know, but fuck it. I'm gonna go 2 each. I'm gonna be a high scoring game.
Right, you're going 2-2. I'm going 1-1.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if Rangers beat Bilbao like 3-1 or Bilbao beat Rangers like 5-0. It could go anything.
Kelly or Butland
Kelly.
up front. Danilo, Desos, or Igamani.
Igamani and Tierney, that's what I would do.
Anyway.
Although actually no Diamande and no John Suter. So
what's Cortez these days?
the Royal Infirmary. I don't know what he's doing.
So nothing is sick that Rangers have to pay money for him.
Aye.
Say if Rangers want to keep Tierney, you're looking at Rangers have to spend over 10 million just to keep the squad. That's before you add anybody to it, because they're going to have to pay 4.5 for Cortez anyway.
4, but yeah, it's brutal.
And then if they want Tierney, it's going to probably be at least 6. So Rangers, likelihood is that they need to pay 10 million just to keep this squad that they've got.
No good enough, isn't it?
Worrying signs. Better hope that money from the San Francisco 49ers is there. Anyway, last game in the Europa League, Lyon United. I'm going 3-1 Lyon.
I agree. Well,
I was really surprised.
I'll go 3-1 Lyon as well.
I was really surprised that United beat Real Sociedad. I thought their journey was going to end there, but I don't think it's going any further than Lyon. I remember watching that Lyon Rangers game, and I mean, Lyon, they look good going forward.
Yeah, they beat Stade Bucharest 7-1. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Lyon will destroy United personally. We'll see.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if United scraped through, but
nah, the journey ends here.
A lot of English pundits think United are. Tell you what, from a Rangers perspective, I want United. I think Rangers have got more chance against United than they do Lyon.
I think it'd be good to see a rematch, Rangers United again in the semis.
Yep.
I'd like to see that, but it's not going to happen. I don't think either team's making it to the semis.
Yeah, so.
But I will say I believe there's more chance that Rangers beat Athletic Club than Man United beat Lyon.
Yeah,
I just don't see it.
Athletic Bilbao were 4th in La Liga. They're closer to Real Madrid than what Rangers are to Celtic, so that's concerning. Anyway, into the Conference League. Right, Real Betis against Phil Jagielka. What are you going for?
Oh, I'm going to go
3-1 Betis.
Who's Big Phil really beat to get here? You know what I mean?
We got pumped by Circle Bruges and they beat a bank. TBS or whatever the fuck.
I'm going to go 2-0 Betis.
Fair enough, right. Celje versus Fiorentina. I'm going to go Fiorentina 1-0.
Fiorentina 2-0 for me.
And then Legia Warsaw versus Chelsea. I'm going to go. Fuck it, I'll go 1-0 Legia Warsaw. Chelsea really need to win this competition, but they can afford a wee away defeat.
Yeah, I mean, see what you and Cameron's saying about United and Spurs. If he was saying it about Chelsea, I could understand it.
Absolutely.
Because Chelsea, on paper, are a step above all these teams. And that's not
a step above United and Tottenham.
Aye.
Crucial.
Now, listen, obviously, I think Fiorentina are one. If anyone is going to beat Chelsea, that could be the team to do it. But for me, if you're going to beat Chelsea, I think it's more likely to be in a final over 90 minutes rather than over 180 minutes over 2 legs.
Yeah.
Listen, anyone can lose, but to me, it'd be a bit of a shock if Chelsea don't at least get to the well. Look at the 3 teams that they'd need to beat. Got Legia or Warsaw, then either Djurgården or SK Rapid Vienna. I mean, if Chelsea can't beat 2 out of those 3, then what they doing?
No, say what you want, man. See if Rangers got the side of the draw that Chelsea got. I know Copenhagen's decent. I'm not going to say they're pish, but see if Rangers or Celtic got this. You'd be expecting Celtic or Rangers to win this.
See looking at these teams, man. This is giving me hope that Scottish teams outside of the top 2 can get to the latter stages of this competition.
Yeah.
See, as long as you avoid the Chelseas, then
yeah. If you put Hibs in where Chelsea are right now, I'd fancy Hibs to beat them.
You know, absolutely.
But Hibs' current form.
I mean, look at Molde, struggled past Shamrock. Legia, Warsaw struggled past Molde. Chelsea really should be beaten.
They should. I'm going 1-0 Legia Warsaw.
And the way I see it, look how competitive Shamrock were in this competition. If Shamrock can do that, then why the fuck are Hearts not? Yeah, why are Hearts not getting Molde in the playoffs and. I'm just looking at this. But look at these ties: Paphos, Omnoia, Olympia, Borac. I mean, these are clubs that Hearts, Aberdeen, Hibs should be beating.
Beating them fucking qualifiers, man.
You know, like it's next year. I think it'll be Hibs.
I think
It's
it'll be
looking like
Hibs.
unless something happens in the Scottish Cup.
Right, final game. I'm going to go Douche Garden to win 1-0.
I'm just going to go Chelsea 3-0. And I'm going to go Juice Garden 2-1.
Juice Garden. Anyway, guys,
See what?
hopefully it's a good midweek. Hopefully the coefficient's up. And most importantly, let's just hope the tie's still alive going into next week. That's the most important thing. Till then, peace.